Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. 1-0 for Juventus, we won, I'm super happy about the score, about also Panita from the bench coming in and scoring with the winning goal. I'm not happy about the performance, absolutely not. We will speak about all these kind of things. I hope you are happy, I hope you are as happy as I am today. Woo, guys, it was that, let's be honest, we played bad. Juventus was invisible in our own stadium, but we did it with the 1-0. 1-0 is back. Ciao to Azzurri Juve, ciao to King Munti, to Anthony Quintero. Ooh, mamma mia. You know what? I had not the courage to do a watch along because I was fearing that game. 1-0 FC is back in the chat with the emotes, with Nineb who's playing with it. Arjun Dipo, ciao Alessio. All the people are putting the 1-0 FC in the emotes. I'm super happy. I hope you are as well, because it was Hortomuso like that, and not even with only the 1-0, but the 1-0 at the 91st minute with Juan Panita Cuadrado, with the dance of Juan Panita Cuadrado. I don't know how we do it. Pay attention, the camera is not okay. We have to fix the camera, guys. We have to fix the camera. Mamma mia. It's still not okay. It's okay. We don't care. We don't care about the camera after 24 or nearly 30 hours being insulted on the internet. People, I saw the worst of the people these last days. I can finally celebrate, and that's for me the most important thing. Celebrate with Juventini that are happy for the win, that are happy for the 3 points, that are happy for Cuadrado, that you remember was criticized a lot in the beginning of the season 3 years ago. We won 1-0. Juventus is still alive, not for the Scudetto, we know it. I told you, in this season we will still see a lot of ups and downs, and that's what we are seeing at the moment. Ciao Jason Cavari, who's saying the upside for me is that we can pull out all these late goals to win. That's a big plus because we played bad, but we pulled it. Mario is saying we successfully managed to rotate the squad, giving some important rest to some players with a lot of minutes this season. But we will speak about also the rotation. I don't believe that it was the rotation that we wanted. It was not, actually, to be honest, before the game we were speaking about having the same team as versus Zenit, maybe one change, and we're speaking about Adrien Rabiot instead of Bernardeschi. We'll speak about the bad performance of Adrien Rabiot. I'm not happy with Adrien Rabiot today, but we won, and that's why I wanted to celebrate together with you guys, with all of you. Like MLG was saying, Imagine Chiesa goal went in. Mamma mia, when that goal, or actually not goal because it was on the post, when that happened, guys, I don't know. I couldn't stop anymore. I couldn't stop, and I started to stop believing in it, because I said, if on top of the fact that we are playing bad, because we have to be honest, we played bad, if on top of playing bad we have also the fact that we have no luck. La Juventus è in vantaggio di MLG, then it start to be really difficult for Juventus. Can we speak about a beautiful Juventus? No. Can we speak about a Juventus that deserved the win? No, let's be honest, we didn't. Can we speaking about a Juventus that won? Yes, we can. Can we speaking about some men that believe always, no matter what, fino alla fine? Yes, we can. Ciao, thank you for the donation, MLG, and also thank you for the donation to Javier Barça, who's saying Morata erases any efforts that Juve does, always offside, or he can't shoot goal. We need a true number 9, but we already spoke a lot of time about having real number 9s. We already spoke a lot about the fact that Morata is not a number 9. Do we really want to criticize Morata today? The performance of Morata today? Do we really want to criticize it? Guys, I want to know, really, and my views about the game. Morata as a number 9 was not good, but Morata as a fighter, I saw a big Morata fighting on every ball. Yes, he was offside a lot of time, and this is not okay. This is not acceptable. We have to admit it. Not acceptable. A nervous Morata because he wanted to score. yes, but the only dangerous person in front of the goal until Chiesa woke up, because also Chiesa was super anonymous, was Morata for me. So let's see. Golo 99 saying, Beppe, being a Juve game is not healthy for my heart. It is not. It is not. Especially when we have to win these last minutes. It's not the first time that we win with these last minutes today, Colo, because we did it as well versus Torino, versus so many teams that we are winning last minute. We said it. Ups and downs. That's what we are at the moment, ups and downs. That's what will happen also in the future. Horrible performance by Max by managing the game. Yes, also that I want to speak about it. USA boy man of the match. Yes, that's also what I believe. Guys, I can't write here, so I want to do a poll, guys. So let me try to do a poll about the performance of Morata, so that then we can talk about all the game, because today, mamma mia, I tell you, didn't deserve to draw. I'm super happy because the win is fundamental. Not to play the Scudetto. Forget about the Scudetto. We don't have the team, we don't have the mental today to go and compete for the Scudetto, but probably to stick to a positive international break, people that understood that, okay, we are still Juventus, we have to fight, we have to win, and maybe that fourth spot is a possibility. So Morata, guys, I want a score from you guys. I will start with a 5.5, 6, or 6.5. That's what I want to know. So we have 4 votes. I would not put lower than 5, guys. We won 1-0. That would be really disgusting. I believe. If you want to give even less than 5, write it. If you want to give more than 6.5, write it as well. I see already some people like Zaki, Ciao Zaki, who's saying 6.5 for Morata. Weston, De Ligt, Chiesa, and Dybala were on fire. I agree on Weston. I agree on Matthijs De Ligt. That was really good. I'm annoyed by the camera, guys. I'm really annoyed by the camera. I'm sorry. I have to try to fix the camera. No. Today, I don't know what's happening with the camera. It is what it is. It's okay. We will leave it like that. Juve 5 offside, Morata, Fiorentina 0 offside. It's true. At the end, it's 1-0 for Juventus. So I'm trying to see how many are voting at the moment. 37% is the most votes for 5.5. Then we have 36% are giving 5 to Morata. 21% are giving a 6 to Morata. The 5 is starting to win now, with a lot of you that are voting at the moment. So Morata 3, Morata 5.5 for Anthony Quintero, Locatelli, and McKennie were really good today. For me, man of the match, and then we will try to let you vote as well for your man of the match. But it is McKennie, a growing McKennie that is doing really well since a few games. He has the trust of the supporters. At a certain moment when he was pushing to have the ball, to recuperate the ball, McKennie was doing really well. He also received all the applause, the standing ovation. Maybe not standing ovation, let's not exaggerate, but a really beautiful applause from all the people in the stadium, because they saw his will, his desire to attack the ball, to do something. Beautiful in dribbles, beautiful in interceptations, beautiful in headers, beautiful in believing in it and chasing the ball. So McKennie, that he was amazing today, I believe, and I hope that we all agree on that. We had all the fino alla fine spirit, but not Rabiot. Was Rabiot good today? No, Rabiot was not good today. We were all surprised to see Rabiot starting in the starting 11. Why? Because in press conference yesterday, Massimiliano Allegri was pissed off with Rabiot, and he said that he had to do much better. Was this the game where Rabiot did better? No, absolutely not. I will give you 2 examples of the game where he was absolutely out of context, where he was not doing well. Was at a certain moment that he was alone without any pressure in the first half, and he had an easy pass to do on the left side of the field. I believe it was for Federico Chiesa. He completely missed it. And this is not okay, because these are the basic passes that every single kid on earth, that you are 5 years, 6 years old, when you start playing football, you should be able to do. Being precise, precise, calibrating your pass and doing really well. So this was one example where Rabiot was a disaster, and then I saw another example. I don't remember versus what player of Fiorentina, but it was a small player. He's like 1m90. He's really tall, Rabiot. The Fiorentina player was really small. They have a contrast. And you see that due to the Fiorentina player, Rabiot is not able to jump and to take that ball in the middle of the midfield. And this is absolutely not okay from our boy Adrien Rabiot. Absolutely not okay, not acceptable, because he's not winning any duel. That it's ground duel, that it's aerial duel. Adrien Rabiot is not doing it. He's not doing it, and this is a big problem for us, guys. Rabiot today played bad. Worst of the match for me. Worst of the match. Worse than Morata, that the 40% of you are saying he deserves a 5. 35 a 5.5. Only 4%, so some people gave a 6.5, but we can, I believe, stop the vote now with Morata giving a 5 from the people in the chat. Nick Caleb is saying McKennie is growing and growing. People were mocking me, but it's the trend now. I'm mocking me on the net. Quadrado from Ron Rositano. King Punti is saying, I think Allegri has to stop playing Rabiot on the left. This is just not working. We were all surprised, and we were all surprised to see him. Did he deserve to play? No, for what he showed since the beginning of the season. Is he a player that we have just to throw away like that? No, but he has to wake up, because performances like today, when we see a McKennie, for example, that had a bad start of the season, totally missed the start of the season. After that moment, he started to believe in himself and to grow, because he had the trust of the coach. Rabiot, trust or no trust, is doing really bad. Ciao Cecilia. Ciao Cecilia. And then we have Mohamed Youssef who is saying, thank you for the donation, buddy. Last year was the issue. Now I can say our forward don't have the qualities to finish, except of Chiesa. Is this not solved? We will only struggle. But it's a total different comment than the one versus Zenit. Versus Zenit, you remember the words of Allegri, you remember my words, I told you immediately. Yes, 4-2, yes, it's beautiful to win, yes, it's great in Champions League, we are already qualified, yes, it's great because we scored 4 goals. All beautiful or nice, but we have a lot of problems to fix. Now, we saw that Morata scored after doing a bad start versus Zenit. He scored also there. Dybala was on fire. Every ball that he was touching, everything that he was touching, he was transforming it in magic. Assist, goals, whatever you wanted, he was doing super well. Where today, Dybala was a bit invisible. Are the forwards the problem? We know we miss a number 9. We know that missing a Cristiano Ronaldo that would probably today have solved the game versus Fiorentina a lot earlier. It's a big problem. We know it. We are doing with the men that we have. It's not a mystery that our strikers are not consecutively scoring goals after goals after goals. If you look at the stats of who scored, if I'm not wrong, Quadrado has 2, McKennie has 2, Ligt has 1. A lot of players from Juventus are sharing the goals, but it's not enough. It's absolutely not enough. We have a problem in the front and we have to score, especially in Serie A, where we have another attitude than in Champions League. In Champions League, we go for the win. We already are secured, we are risking nothing, where in Serie A, you know that every single mistake you can pay it a lot, and we are scared. We told it, it's also mental. We are really scared. Ciao Giuseppe del Canada, he was saying ciao fratello Juventino. Giuseppe, grande vittoria della vecchia signora, sempre forza fino alla fine Juve. Thank you, Abba. You're saying so happy for Juan Panito Cuadrados. The squad still needs a lot of work. A 9, a 6, and a left back. Right now, even a few rotations drops our quality so much. Bernardeschi over Rabiot, please. And I think this was the main take of all of us. Rugani didn't suffer that much versus Fiorentina. A bit imprecise. He will never be a really great player. We were all scared that he could do a lot of mistakes. He didn't. He played a organized game without doing too much. But then if you compare with the other one, with the Dutch wall, that is Matthijs de Ligt, you cannot even compare. I was scared. You know why? Well, because let's speak about the starting 11. Let's speak about the starting 11, and then we can go deep diving in all of it. Ciao, Ciao Sayak. Thank you for the donation. I will read it and then we can answer on that and continue. Usually, but guys, stop, not on the channel. Usual Juve stuff, Morata offside, hitting crossbars and individual brilliance to bail us out. Anyways, a win is a win. The super chat is to call out people who mocked you for your opinion. By the way, Danilo is bigger than Cancelo. Thank you for the donation, Sayak. It's a long story. Maybe I can do a video about it or not, but I think it makes no sense for me to go into the Danilo Cancelo debate because people they took me as a target because I said it, and I respect it. I respect. Thank you guys. I saw the worst in humanity in the last 30 hours. Sorry, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I have been treated by the most vulgar insult, son of, whatever, for an opinion that people don't even ask why. But let's not speak too much about that. It makes no sense, guys. It makes no sense. It's an opinion. If people want to act like that on social media, I have seen worse, guys. You remember when Morata missed the penalty or the goals with the Spanish team? Some people were writing him threats to his family, to his son, wishing death to his son, and all these kind of things. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that people can be angry like that. It's not new. In 1994, a Colombian player scored a known goal and was actually making Colombia out of the World Cup. When he went home, they killed him. So people are really harsh, are really harsh, and what can I say, guys? What can I say? But we can speak a bit later about that. Let me continue because I want to answer to Abai as well, and also to Zaki. Guys, thank you. Remember, bro, no Bonucci, no only clean sheets, but less chances conceded. It's true. Cuadrado, it's underrated, very important in a team with his tricks. So I agree with you on that one as well. We have advantages of having Bonucci in the team. We have also some problems of having the Bonucci in the team. Jay Tarek, he knows what I'm speaking about because he's saying Andreas Escobar, rest in peace. I remember really well for the young people. People are the worst. You have the best. You have the best on social media. You have also the worst. We win, but a bad performance for Cecilia. I agree. So guys, let me answer from the 11 starters. We were all thinking that we would do a copy paste of Juventus Zenit to Juventus Fiorentina, copy paste in terms of starting 11. So what do we know? A few hours before the game that Szczesny is not able to play because on his side he was feeling a lot of pain, probably with a contrast in warming up, or I don't know, he was feeling a lot of pain. It's not something really serious, but he couldn't play today. So we play with Perin. Okay, why not? A goalkeeper is really important. Perin is not a bad goalkeeper. It's his third game of the season. The two first one time we won, one time we lost, but in the two games he was not able to keep a clean sheet. Even if the second game he played, he did really amazing save that brought him also a lot of confidence. So it's also the question, will we be able to keep a clean sheet with Perin? That was the first one. So here we start to rotate, not because we want to, because we are obliged to. Then what's happening? It's happening that we have another player that is not able to play a few minutes before the game, because when we have the official lineups, what do we have? We have Chiellini. Chiellini instead of Bonucci, because Bonucci was not able to play. We knew it already that could be a change, the only change in the lineups. So no Bonucci. And what do we see on the paper? We see Chiellini. So we are all happy with Chiellini, the Ligt, Rugani, no chance. So you have to go and enter in the head of Daniele Rugani that when Bonucci is not able to play, when Chiellini is not at top form, what is the coach doing? Is giving the chance still to an old 37 years old player who is not in top form ahead of Daniele Rugani. What's happening? Pre-warming, Chiellini is not able to play because he has a something that is annoying him on his body, a small injury, and then we play Rugani. So Rugani, it's not even anymore the fourth choice, but what happened today makes him immediately a fifth choice, because Allegri preferred an injured old Chiellini than Rugani. Mentally, it's not the best conditions to play. Okay, so are we there doing some rotations? No, it's because we are again obliged to put Bonucci out, to put Chiellini out, and then Szczesny. And then we continue because it's not over, and there is the only big decision that Allegri is taking, is putting Rabiot, after the hard work yesterday, putting Rabiot instead of Bernardeschi. Tactical choice. He wants to give the confidence to Rabiot after the hard work of yesterday. We will never know. One thing that is surprising me is, why didn't Bernardeschi play a single minute in the game? Was Bernardeschi also tired? Was he injured? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Dead Clutch is asking me Vlahovic update, but we are speaking about the game. How can I give an update here at the moment? Adam Duran is giving me the words of the Allegri. I can't read it. Guys. I can't read it. Dumbare Mambo. I don't know. We need a real number 9. We have someone like Vlahovic. But if you want to talk about Vlahovic, I can tell you, even if my idea was to speak about the game, but let's speak about Vlahovic in a few seconds. What can I tell you about Vlahovic? Vlahovic, the last news are going two directions, because you have two sources. You have the sources where where Fiorentina really does. You have two sources. The first one, that Fiorentina really doesn't want to sell it to Juve, and that they prefer to die than sell it to Juve. That's the first source. And then you have the other one where Tuttosport is pushing, for example, saying that Vlahovic is a player that even in January there is a possibility to go to Juve. I always said, if Vlahovic will come to Juve, it will probably be in the summer. Now, you want facts? The facts are that Vlahovic has a contract not until this year, but until next year, until 2023. So and that's official as well, he doesn't want to renew the contract with Fiorentina. He wants to leave. So he did one proposal, two proposal, three proposal. Vlahovic doesn't want to renew for any money of the world. He wants to leave. A lot of people are telling, and these are rumors, that he really wants to stay in Serie A, and he really loves and wants to go to Juventus. That Tottenham wants to go for it. Arsenal wants to go for it. They are even ready to pay 80 million euro, like Commisso wants, because he said if he has to leave in January, 80 million. The English clubs want to pay that money, but he doesn't want to. He wants to go to Juventus. So let's see what will happen. Do we need him? Yes. Did he play a great game today? I think yes. He fought a lot. A great player, 21 years old. He didn't score today, but he played well. Ciao, Kishen, thank you for the donation, buddy. We need to play Panita on the right and Chiesa on the right. We missed Bonucci's long balls today. Anyway, a win is a win. Forza Juve. Ciao, Anthony Schifano, saying it's frustrating not to see Bernardeschi or Kaio Jorge sooner. Bernardeschi, I tell you, Bernardeschi, I was also frustrated not to see. It's really strange, and it's a player that we all wanted out a few months ago. Now we are crying because we don't see Bernardeschi, but this year is showing also that he deserves to play, that he's doing really well with Juve. Now, I'm curious to understand why Bernardeschi didn't play any single minute. And an injury, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised about that. Now, speaking about Kaio Jorge, at this rate, Kaio is an update over Morata. We saw, and you told, all the people in the chat told that they were really not happy with Morata. I said it a lot of time. If Morata is taking the role of fighting, giving some pressure, trying to be the first man that is marking the other opponents, why not? Why not? We were all happy with a Mandzukic, for example, doing that role in a 4-2-3-1, and we are all okay with that. But then, if you are playing that, then you need a striker. You need an Higuain. If Morata wants to play in that role with that aggressivity, why not? But then you need an Higuain. The problem with Morata is that he's doing two roles and he's never in the area. And that's another problem. That's a big problem for us, guys. A big one, really. Chiesa and Cuadrado can't play together on the right. I agree with Future Eyes that is actually replying for me. That is another problem about Chiesa playing on the right. I'm annoyed by that camera. I'm really annoyed. Wait. So what's the problem? Until where should I go? Until here? Wait, until here. No. Well, it's a bit better. It's not that much better, but a bit better. Well, I'm annoyed with these kind of things, guys. I'm sorry. Wait, give me a second, and we will go back. Give me a second. So, Morata had a great fighting spirit today, leading the line. We were pushed back hard today, and I believe Morata didn't have the best service today. It's also true. It's also reality. That's why I was saying that in that way of Morata fighting, he was really good today. But that was it. And I understand that the people, they say, hey, guy, okay, I'm okay. I'm really fine with that. But he's a striker. He's a striker. And that's really important. So... we see Riccardo Santo Maggio. Riccardo, thank you for the donation, but also something else, Riccardo. Tomorrow morning, when I will do the video, I will do the video in a special way. Because I want tomorrow, and I just received it, to say that I'm really honored. I'm really honored to make part of this beautiful official club of Melbourne, the Juventus JOFC official fan club of Melbourne. You know what? Of GG Buffon. You know what, Riccardo Santomaggio? I wanted to do a surprise tomorrow with a video, but let's do it now. I will do it again tomorrow, but... I'm super happy, super honored. I will take away your message so we don't really see it. Thank you, Riccardo Santomaggio. You see, I told you guys, on internet, in the world, there is the worst. The worst of the worst, but there is also the best of the best. And if some people, they believe that because insulting and so on, Beppe will stop. No, I'm doing it for the real great Juventini that we are here. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So, Riccardo, I think I have your email address. I will contact you. Grazie, Riccardo. And now I didn't even, I was not even reading it, but I just finished up watching the game at the club. Really was a frustrating game, but a win is a win. Yes, it was frustrating. Yes, it was not beautiful. Yes, I was pissed off with the game and how Juventus played. I knew, and that's why I didn't do a watch along. Because I was not on the Juventus channel today, but I knew that it would have been a difficult game where Juventus would not have played good. I knew it up front. I knew it since a few hours. And they showed it. They showed that we were not playing well, that we were actually a disaster today. Again, scared. And I believe that this is a big problem, that Juventus is scared. You saw it in the eyes. We were not fighting. We were scared to play. Juventus was not aggressive. They were more thinking in being structured in the back line than do something. And this is not okay for a team as Juventus. This is not okay. Instead of going on the wave of the win versus Zenit, instead of trying to do something, we lost everything in 3 days. This is hard. This is a hard reality. This is hard. It hits a lot. We can't do that. Juventus can't do that. Danilo today played some good minutes in the game, but also he missed a lot of passes that could have been better, more precise. We were lucky that the VAR don't concede a penalty, or we are probably losing 1-0 at the 45th minute. Hey guys, Juventus, you can't from one to another. It was frustrating, it was painful to watch a Juventus that was not able to react. I said it in the beginning. Did we deserve the win? No. How did we win? Because we believed in it after a red card on the Fiorentina player. Without that, we could have played 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours more. We would not have scored. I like most of the things about Morata, apart from the fact that he falls down quite a lot and offside. Yeah. Beppe, bring SMS and Pogba. That's a lot, Adam. That's a lot. One or the other, why not? But both, it's a lot. Morata in the front, Chiesa, Dybala and Quadrado behind him, Locatelli and Weston behind them, Sandro, Bonucci, De Ligt and Danilo as a lineup. It's a good one, Kishan. I'm not sure about Morata in the front. We heard it yesterday, yeah? We heard it yesterday perfectly that one of the problems of Morata is when he's playing too much with the back at the goal. If he's playing like that, and he's continuing to play with the back at the goal, it will be a big problem for us having that number 9. And then another curiosity I have is Locatelli, McKennie playing with 3 in the middle. They are doing great. We see Locatelli that today played a lot more with back passes than thinking creatively. And in the front, he was maybe a bit scared of being imprecise. I don't know. But we see a McKennie growing. We miss a player on the left. We miss a big player on the left. And that's a problem. Who can be that player? It can be Pogba, it can be Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, but do one or the other come in January? No. The only option possible for January is Witsel. Witsel can play as a regista, as a defensive midfielder with Locatelli on the left. This is the reality. This is the reality, guys. Stefano, ciao Stefano. My heart dropped to see Morata score and offside again. It's like he always thinks he's offside when he scores. But yeah, to be honest, Stefano, I don't even celebrate anymore when Morata scores. When he scores, I don't. I wait, and then maybe I miss the celebration, and I will partially celebrate, but I never celebrate because you never know. Thank you for the donation, Muhammad Hussein. Part of the conference issues when we don't score early in the game. When time pass, we become more unorganized and rushed in many games. But this can be seen as a quality or can be seen as a problem, because Juventus, I don't understand why we have to go and rush always in the last minutes of the game when you have 90 minutes. It worked today, it worked versus Torino. Will it work every time? No. It worked versus Inter, for example. It worked a lot of time, but will it work every single time? No. It didn't work versus Sassuolo, for example, where we were doing the same mistake. We were trying to push, being unorganized, and we conceded the goal. If today we try to push, and Fiorentina takes us on counter-attack, we win. We lose 1-0. We can't react anymore, and we do the same exact mistake as versus Sassuolo. So that was one of my problems of having the team playing always in the last minutes in the game. That's a problem. Anthony Schifano, I really want to see a 3-man midfield like we played versus Zenit, guys. I was actually laughing in the first minute, SP, of the match. It was so disorganized. Yeah. We were not good. We were absolutely not good. We don't know what we would have done without the Ligt today. He was a beast. Huh? He was really a beast. So let me launch the poll of the man of the match today, guys. Man of the match. Is it Quadrado with the winning goal? Is it De Ligt? Is it McKennie? Or give me a fourth one, guys. Maybe Chiesa that woke up in the last minutes. I let you decide who is the fourth one that will go in the poll. Next to Quadrado, De Ligt, McKennie, who do we want to put in the man of the match possibilities? McKennie is there, yes. So we have Locatelli, Chiesa, Locatelli. We have 2 for Locatelli, 1 Rugani. No. Weston is already there. Huh? Weston is already there. So Locatelli 3, Locatelli 4. Locatelli deserves to be in the poll. 5. He has already 6, 7. Yeah, so it will be Locatelli as a fourth. Locatelli. Okay, so I've put the 4. I can't put 5, otherwise I would have put probably Chiesa. The referee, no. Today, By the way, I don't understand the management of the injury time. I still don't understand the management of the injury time. Because he gave 4 minutes before that we scored, only 4 minutes. And then when we scored from the 4 minutes that were officially on, he was giving 2 extra minutes. Really strange, really strange. McKennie was good but not decisive in the end. He played well today. If someone tell me that it was not good, I don't understand. No one respects us anymore. Every team knows that, or at least they think that they can win. It's true. And this is a problem that we are speaking a lot about, Cecilia. The problem of our teams in Serie A not being scared about Juventus. We saw it versus Sassuolo in our stadium. We saw it in the stadium of Verona. We saw it with Empoli. We saw it with Udinese. We saw it with so many teams. And this has to stop. This has to change. You know, the only teams that are still respecting us, they are the big teams, more or less. They still respect us. The other team, they don't respect us. And that's a big problem. That we have to win again. I don't know if Allegri is happy with the win or not. I'm happy with the 3 points. I'm not happy with the performance. And the problem is that now they will all go into international break. Better to leave with a smile on your face. Better to leave. Thank God, luckily, we go away with a... E damo soltanto 2 color. Thank you. Thank you to Alejandro Robles that just became a member of the channel. Thank you. I will play the song. Ale 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 oh, ale 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 oh, ale 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 oh. Thank you, Alejandro. Gracias. But luckily we go with a win, with a smile. But it's not enough. It's not enough to go with a smile in international break, because we will not have on our players anymore. They will leave. They will not be able to train. They will not be able to rest. Our players will do long flights. We will go back, and who do we play? We play a big team. If I'm not wrong, it will be immediately Lazio. It will be Lazio that we play, and then Chelsea. Let me check the calendar. So we are playing Lazio on the 20th of November. Is it what day will it be? It will be a Saturday at 6 o'clock. So if the international games are finishing on Friday, we are missing again all the South American. Then it's Chelsea, and then it's Atalanta. So in 7 days, 3 big games: Lazio, Chelsea, Atalanta. Thank you again, Alejandro. That's a big problem for Juventus, guys. For all the teams, huh? But Juventus, I repeat, and I will repeat it forever and for the rest of my life, the calendars are really strange this year. Because do you want me to remind you what happened with the calendars? We can go through it, with the international breaks. I can tell you quite easy. So if we go to the calendars, the first game, guys, the first international break, we came back, you remember, with the story, because we played on a Saturday without all our South Americans. We played versus Napoli, then Champions League versus Malmö, and then versus Milan. We continue to play, and then we start again for the next international break. We are playing versus Roma. Luckily, it was a Sunday, so the South American players had 1 day more to recuperate, or actually only 1 day. Then we played versus Zenit in Champions League, and then Inter in Serie A. And now we play versus Lazio, Chelsea, Atalanta. So I repeat: Napoli, Malmö, Milan, Juventus, Zenit, Roma, Zenit, Inter, and now it will be Lazio, Chelsea, Atalanta. Guys, I don't want to look for excuses. It's a bit strange, and it will be really hard. And that's why the international break comes at the worst time possible. Beppe, we finally win. Luckily, my friend. We can't pressure McKennie to find solution. He was a very good midfielder today. Yeah, he was. And also the ability to go in. I really appreciate that from our friend McKennie. 100%. I totally agree. So let me try to check, guys, what else you have to say today. So let me check. McKennie 38%, then Ligt 29%, Quadrado 24% for the winning goal, and 9% for Locatelli. Makes sense. Makes totally sense. Okay, ciao Tony Spontano, who's there as well in the chat. Jacob Plus is saying McKennie, De Ligt, and Chiesa were the best on the field to me. Chiesa, I don't know if you saw it as well, but Chiesa, more we are going, more Chiesa has difficulties when he's playing on the right, and he starts to unleash himself and becoming a lot better when he's playing on the left. Where last year we were all saying that he was better on the right, this year, a lot of people are starting the narrative that he's better on the left. Ciao, Ehrenmann. What is Allegri thinking about Bentancur? Do you think still see him as a starter? I don't. I don't believe that. I think that he is a bit disappointed about him. I think he's a bit disappointed, like we all are, because Bentancur, you never know which Bentancur will show up. He can do you a lot of nice performances, and then he can disappear for a few games doing really bad performances, being anonymous. And that's a problem. That's why he didn't start in the last few games, because he's pissed off. The problem is that he had until now not a lot of solutions, because Ramsey is already out of the project, and we are speaking about one player, Ramsey, in the midfield. We don't have what about the players? I don't remember. Let me recuperate, guys. So, Bentancur is not performing. Rabiot is a disaster. Bernardeschi can't play all the games, so we have only Locatelli that is playing game after game after game. Arthur was not convincing at the moment. He needs time to convince Allegri. And then we have McKennie, luckily, because otherwise, out of 6 midfielders, we have just one that is playing game after game, and in this, Locatelli. Tony Spontano was saying, hi, I'm just back from my party with my friends, where I watched Juve. Gameplay was not good today. I'm happy for my boy, Juan Panita Cuadrado. I'm always fan of this man, where we are in place where we are. Be calma, Beppe, and be happy. Yes, yes. Thank you, Tony Spontano. Mr. Dax was speaking with Cecilia. Maximum of like, absolutely, always. And then we continue. Jason Beppe, did you see what Weston said yesterday? He's learning how to be a Juventino. He now see how serious Calcio is and Juventus is as a club. But he was a bit obliged. Pay attention. He said, I don't want to change my personality. But it's true that when you are integrating these kind of team, you can't be a fanboy because you are part of that team. But it's true that they were shocked because when I was entering the locker rooms the day after a defeat, I was making jokes. I was putting some music, and the players from Juventus, they were all telling me, what are you doing, guy? We lost yesterday. There is no space of room for being happy, funny, and doing these kind of things because Juventus lost, and we can't accept a loss. So if we lose, we can't permit these kind of moments. But he said, I still keep my personality. Now I know when is the moment to make jokes, when not. But he said that is indeed, he hates losing as well. The difference is that he has another interpretation. He hates losing at the moment, then even in the night he will sleep a few hours less. But then from the morning after, he's all smiles and happy. Where at Juventus, losing is not accepted. So I saw it, but if we start working on his seriousness and understanding, look at the result and what he's doing at the moment. Rabiot not playing on his position, I think that it's Allegri's fault. That's a big discussion, Cecilia. I don't agree with you because if it was Allegri's fault, that would mean that Rabiot would have done good or with Sarri or with Pirlo. The problem with Rabiot is what we always say, and I don't know if it will happen again this year, but Rabiot, he played well with Sarri from March on after the lockdown. He played well with Pirlo from March on until the end of the season, and now we don't know because we are only in November. So will he appear again in March? I would be happy if he's playing well in March. The problem is that we start the season in August. So what I'm expecting for Rabiot, especially for the salary he has, is a Rabiot that is starting the season, and if you are a player that is a bit more a diesel, because we know Rabiot has a big physique, he's tall, and the taller players have some problems because they are a bit slower to integrate in that rhythm. I'm okay to wait for you until end of September, beginning of October, but then I need for you some performances. I can't wait every year until March for you. This is what I believe about him. Ciao, Stephanie Velasquez. Ciao, Stephanie. This change of perspective has certainly showed on the field in Weston's game, and I'm proud to see it. Me as well, because I told it a few times. I was a bit scared. I was a bit scared of losing Weston McKennie. That didn't do bad last year. He played a few top games. He had some problems with his hip at a certain moment. We saw it. It's true, but I was scared to lose him because not being able to adapt. But if I see the performance of Weston McKennie lately, I'm happy. Do you think that Dybala's movement on the right might be confusing Chiesa, and on the left he is free to do as he feels? Yes, yeah. 100%. I always said it. It's not the first time that I'm saying and repeating it, that having Dybala on the team, in the team, that makes that Chiesa has to drop more that makes that actually Dybala is a free guy. He goes wherever he wants. He wants to drop, he wants to go more up, he want to go a bit more in the center, but we know that Dybala is a player that tends to go to the right side of the field. And if you have already a player on the right side that is Chiesa, if you have behind him a Danilo, for example, you are really blocking there, plus a right midfielder that is McKennie, that is the one that penetrates also offensively from the right side of the field, you start to have some problems there. So let us see, because no, this is the game versus Zenit. I'm looking for the game versus... let us see a few heat maps, guys, if you want to. So I'm looking for Juventus, not versus Zenit, but versus today's game versus Fiorentina. So best performance in terms of ratings, and that's why I don't always agree with our friends of SofaScore. It is Quadrado. Quadrado played 50 minutes, so how can you be really objective on that one? I don't know. So let's see a bit how we played, where we played, and where we good or not. So let us check. And we see that Dybala. I want to see always the heat map of Dybala. Look. You see, Dybala played here today, where versus Zenit we could say that he was a lot of time in the box. This time not. Only here a few times. Did he play bad? No, Dybala didn't play bad. At the end, 56 touches. He missed a lot of passes today, but he didn't play bad. The only thing is that Dybala, because of Juventus, was... I don't like my camera today, guys. Had to drop down a lot. And that confuses a player like Federico Chiesa, for example. Look, they are playing more or less the same position. Also here on the right, if you take a McKennie, for example, they are all playing there on the right. This is one of the problems. It's clear. Look at Morata. Morata today he was in the box, but he had to drop down a lot. Look at here. That's the position where he was the most. How many touches? 34, not a lot. He missed a lot of passes today. He was false 4 times. He did 3 false. Offsides only 3 times, guys. And people were saying me 5. It was only 3 times. Locatelli instead, look at that, also playing more on the left. And who's playing on the left side of the field? We have an Adrien Rabiot that was a winger. Is he a winger? And that's the comment also of Cecilia. He's not a winger. With Alexandro, that was giving in the first half nothing. He was giving nothing in the first half. Can we check also the performance of Pellegrini? Pellegrini was a lot more offensive. Look at the change of Allegri with Alexandro that was playing here and Pellegrini that was doing the 2 faces. I'm not a big fan of Pellegrini, you know that, guys, but at least you see that Pellegrini played well. Oh. I don't know. I thought something happened, but it's not. So now that I showed you, let's speak about it. Rome was not built in one day, neither will Juventus rebuild be either. We are forgetting where we are coming from. Calma, people, calma. These things takes time. I agree. But I said it and I repeat it. I prefer to repeat it now, Mario, when, like you are saying, when we are winning than when we are losing, because then people will say, Beppe, you are looking for excuses. No, I told you after Zenit, I tell you today, you will have more and more of these ups and downs. More and more of these ups and downs. It's not the last time. Juventus will not win the Scudetto today, forget about it. We'll fight for a fourth place, and these these ugly wins, but are still wins, they are helping us. They are helping us a lot to let the project grow. Are we a perfect team? No, we saw it today. Do we have adapted players in all positions? No, we saw it today. Rabiot is not a left winger, we saw it. Ciao admin. Who's saying, I really don't understand why people are criticizing Allegri. He lost his best players last day of transfer market. Team didn't have enough money to buy players he wanted, and still people are complaining. But people are always complaining. Why? Because there is not anymore the culture of patience, of waiting. We won for 9 years, and we expect that we have to win every single game. And it is what it is. No excuses. Even when we are winning, we are not happy because we want to convince and we want to win every game 5-0. If you don't win every game 5-0, you are not good. People are expecting from Juve to play like Manchester City today, or another style of play like Liverpool, or like these kind of teams. This is not Juventus DNA. If you expect Juventus to do that, you are wrong in supporting Juve, because that will never happen. We tried. We said, you know what? We will try. And we tried with a Sarri that was doing an amazing work at Napoli. It didn't happen. We did it with Pirlo, that also had visionary ideas, and I'm still convinced that he will be a great trainer one day. It didn't work. It didn't work. Is Juventus 1-0 FC? No, it's not 1-0 FC, okay? We are a balanced team. Not a defensive team, not an attacking team. We have in our DNA to be a balanced team. That in some seasons we are a bit more offensive, in other defensive. In a lot of seasons we are preferring to play a balanced game. There are moments in the game where we are attacking, in moments where we are defending. Now, are all these players the favorite ones of Allegri? No. Ciao Adam. Fino alla fine, buddy. Inter and Verona will win tomorrow. It can be Inter versus Milan, Verona versus who? I don't remember. Let me check. Are they playing versus Napoli, Verona? Let me check tomorrow, yeah, versus Napoli. I don't know. Can be. I hope, Martin. Exactly, Beppe. You said it. We won for 9 years in a row. It's time to rebuild. But we are in a rebuilding phase. That we want or not, we are rebuilding. We have to accept it. So ups and downs in rebuilding phase makes sense. It hurts. Huh? Every single bad performance, every single loss, every single conceded goal hurts a lot. But it's true. Ciao Dan. If we don't press aggressively and we don't bring the line defenders higher, the attackers remain isolated. Dybala always turns to the midfield. Morata is alone in attack. It's correct. But also here, it comes from a mentality problem where Juventus in Serie A, they lost so many points that they are still scared to do one mistake. And when you are scared, when you play with 2 consecutive losses versus Sassuolo versus Verona, and you play and you are scared because you are not able to do a miss pass, then you will do it. It will become even worse, game after game after game. It's true. But Mario is saying these ugly wins are so important, and they are. Beppe, I think that Dybala plays right and Chiesa in the center behind Morata. It will be better. We have the luxury to have a Chiesa that can play on the left and on the right that in the same game. We have the luxury of that. Now, after 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, pay attention that the other ones, they don't understand. They know that it will happen around the 65th minute. It happens that we change him. I would love to see him 1 time starting on the left and then maybe going to the right. Let's see. Guys, again, analyzing a game like that is hard because Juventus didn't play well. They didn't play well at all, to be honest. I'm trying to find if in SofaScore we can see some stats of the game. I don't know. I don't know if we have some stats here. No. So let me go and try to find the stats somewhere else, guys. I try, huh? I don't promise, but I want to see how much we played, because I know that Juventus had a lot of problems in doing attempts on goal. A lot. That was a big drama. A big drama. So let me check if we have the match room. Yes, I found it. So the match room is here, and we go to statistics. I'm scared to see them, to be honest. Juventus had equalized the possession of the ball. We won a bit more the duels. That's good, because we were not winning them. 60% aerial duels, interception 8, offsides 5. 5 offside, 3 of Morata. It's a lot. It's a lot. We did a lot of passes, and this is something beautiful, because in the beginning of the season we were not doing any of these passes. The other ones were doing a lot better. You see how we dropped in long passes without Bonucci. When we have a Bonucci, we know that we are always winning the long passes. Today, without Bonucci, we did less than Fiorentina. 83% pass accuracy. Luckily, Fiorentina was even worse than us. And in attack, 13 shots, only 3 on targets. Look at the Fiorentina. Fiorentina only 6 and only 1 on target. Even if in first half they were a lot more dangerous than us. At the end, Rugani the Ligt today versus Vlahovic was not bad. I think we can also speak about these kind of beautiful things that happened today. What difference do you see pre-Retiro versus post-Retiro? I will be honest with you, Thomas. Zero. Zero, because of the beautiful win versus Zenit, where we stopped the Retiro, and probably they relaxed a bit because we played that well. I saw a really beautiful reaction versus Zenit, even if we continue to do some mistakes. I saw a Juventus that had something to prove. They wanted to go for it. They wanted to win. But we are still not there. But 1 week of Retiro will not help any team. Even 1 month of Retiro will not help any team. Retiro is not the solution. It's not a magic wand like the one that McKennie is showing when he scores. No. That's not a Retiro. Retiro is a message that you are giving to the team, like, guys, this is not okay. You are not doing okay, and now it's time to stick together, to talk about it, to look into our eyes, don't hide, and try to do better as a team. This is the Retiro. Then, are they training when there is no Retiro? Yes. Are they training when there is a Retiro? Yes. They are not training necessarily more when there is a Retiro. So there is more the opportunity to speak one-to-one with the coach. Why? Because in a normal year, you arrive at the training center, you dress, you change your clothes, you put yourself ready to train, you train, when it's over, you take a shower and you go home. While when you are in, and then the coach is speaking to the team. If he really wants to give a message to a player, he takes him apart and he go for it. Where when you are in Retiro all together, Allegri has the opportunity, or every single coach, to be there with them 24 hours on 7, so he can plan some meetings with the players individually, or with all the defenders, or with all the seniors of the team, or whatever he can do, because they are always there. But I don't see a big difference today, to be honest. Hanin is saying the same, nothing. Vlaho got isolated today, good job by our defense, it's true. Beppe, what do you think about De Ligt and Rugani? I like the pairing. No. I like today the pairing, because they did really well today in defense. We didn't risk too much. And Rugani played only 2 times. One time he played 3 minutes, one time he played 5 minutes. So he had only 8 minutes in this season for Rugani. It was his first game. First game in 2 years, because last year he was not even with us. He played a part of the season to Rennes, and then a part of the season to Cagliari. So I was, of course, I was a bit scared, like everyone. But today they played well. then if you expect from Rugani to do even better, that will be hard. That will be really, really hard, guys. I would love to see Vlahovic to Juventus to help him. I'm training against the defense. The Ligt can learn a lot defending a top striker in practice. It's true. It's true. It's true. But the Ligt, for me, he needs to grow. He needs to do better, of course, but he's already a top defender. Look at the game of the Ligt today. He was everywhere. He's not scared to take the ball, to push the ball miles away. He did well for me. Today, I have to admit, Rugani played okay. And that's the thing. He played okay. He didn't do exceptional. He didn't do bad. He did okay. Rugani played okay, along with the Ligt, who played very good. The Ligt has to play all the time. But that's done. I want to come back on that. This is a myth. A myth that Allegri is not playing the Ligt all the time. Look at the stats. He's playing all the time. He didn't play... so he played already 11 games on 15. Now he played 12 games on 16. So the ratio is big. On the 16 games, 4 games he didn't play. 2 because he was not able to play. 1, so totally injured. The other one, he was on the bench, but we knew that he was not ready to play. So it's 2 games. So it was two games really tactical choice. And one of them was versus Inter. Where versus Inter... Why? Because Allegri decided to go for a 3-man defense. And he said the Ligt is not ready to play on the right side on a 3-man defense. Is he correct or not? I don't know. I'm not the trainer. I'm not with them. I don't know the progresses of the Ligt in a 3-man defense on the right because I didn't see him playing there. That's the only time. For the rest, he's always playing. He's always playing. Thank you, Tony Spontano. Ciao Juventini and Beppe. As a fan of Juve since 95, I must say that we have to stay strong. As a bianconero fan, fino alla fine, Juve, just no Morata. Just no Morata. We have to stick together, but without Morata. Wait, Tony Spontano is also asking to go on in Instagram to see and to check something. He sent me a message, so let me check if I can find it or not. Tony Spontana. I can't see it on the computer. Unfortunately, I can see it on my phone, but not on the computer. Let me go to my phone to see it, Tony. Ooh, look at that. Tony, can I show the picture? Can I show the picture, Tony? Let me know in the chat if you allow me to show the picture or not. If you want to, I can show it on my phone. If you say no, then I don't show it. It's a nice picture, guys. I love this. I love this. Dan is now saying, Beppe, it's true, the Ligt played a lot. He played a lot. He played really a lot. He said, yes, we can. Look at Tony Spontano when he was a kid. Wait, let me try to pay attention for the focus. Yeah, take out of focus. Look, we see a young Tony Spontano with all the posters in the back. Who do we see in the posters? We see Del Piero, if I'm not wrong. So it's an old picture, guys. It's an old fans. We see Del Piero. We see Ferrara, if I'm not wrong. Yes, Ferrara. I see Zidane, Del Piero, a lot of Del Piero. So I believe that Tony Spontano is a big Del Piero fan. Lot of big players, Tony. Lot of big players. Nice pictures, guys. Nice pictures. I love that. Grande, Tony. Yeah, it's from 95. You see, when he started supporting Juventus. I love it. Ciao, Joseph. Vlahovic is a true punta number 9. 190 centimeters and good physique and knows well what to do with the ball when he presses. Vlahovic will make a huge difference. Hopefully he can come soon. I don't know when. Guys, this was it. Why not start Kaio Jorge? But it's always the same, guys. Then we go into the discussion of why I will ask why start Kaio Jorge. And I like the kid. I like the kid, and he's starting to gain some minutes and to prove. Unfortunately, it's always in the end of the games. But what did we see from Kaio Jorge today that is actually saying to us he's a starter of Juventus in a game versus Fiorentina? Then maybe yes, and hopefully He's starting to win. Don't forget, he had 1 month of injury when he started. So we had to wait for him just, if I'm not wrong, he entered the first time versus Torino just before the international break. The guy is good, he has talent, but does he deserve more time? Yes, I agree, because I want to see more time, because I'm curious. Did he deserve today to be a starter of Juventus? I don't know. How can we say that he deserved more time to that he deserved to be a starter? I don't know. Thomas is saying the same. He's not complaining to not start. Why should we? Because we have the curiosity. We are looking for answers, and we find the answer in something that we don't know. That is skeptical just because we want to say, I said it. Because Kaio Jorge today, in a lot of people, is better than Morata. So it was the same with Szczesny and Perin. Szczesny was doing awful in the beginning of the season. You remember that? Start Perin. No, it's not Perin is better than Szczesny. It's that the guy has a difficult moment. But that doesn't mean that the other one becomes better. Now it's the same. Morata is doing bad. Start Kaio Jorge. Start Felix Correa last year. Last year it was start Felix Correa. He's not even playing in second division with Parma, guys. He's not playing with Parma in second division. It's always the same discussions. Then, Kaio Jorge, can he be a great player? I hope so, because he's a Juventus player. Can he start after the international break? I hope so, because that means that he's ready. Today, I don't know. I don't know. No, George, I'm not saying it was the same. We are actually putting other players in a better position because the other ones are doing bad. No. Did you already discuss the Alex Witsel announcement from Juve FC at Twitter? Juve FC is not Juventus FC. That's really important. That's a big difference. Juve FC is reporting news from a lot of people, like I do in the morning videos, but he's not Juventus. And that's a really important one. First of all, I want to show you that beautiful picture, because that's a beautiful picture. I love this. Daniele Rugani with our boy, the Ligt. Guys, for all the people that are a member of the channel, maximum of the Ligt wall, the Dutch wall emotes. Look at that. These are the beautiful things. I love. 90 notification. People are probably insulting me. Thank you. Thank God we won, because otherwise it would have been even worse. If we lost, then people would have jumped on me. They are waiting for me. What I think about Pellegrini, Luca. Wait, let me first go and check juvefc.com. juvefc.com. Official announcement. I don't believe. Now, what he said this morning, I believe, was about Witsel being close to Juve, and that's something else, because he reported it from a journalist, but it's not an announcement. That's a big difference. Here was Axel Witsel, whose contract with Borussia Dortmund expires at the end of the season. He has to choose to play for Juventus, a low-cost operation for the Bianconeri in January, who's deemed as the ideal partner to Manuel Locatelli in the midfield. I see Medi, Ricardo, all the people are putting the De Ligt emote. We are speaking about it since a few days, that he has the opportunity to go to Juve because he will be really cheap, because Dortmund is not believing in him anymore, and because it will be one of the only possible options now, and that means that Locatelli can play on the left as a box-to-box. Am I a big fan? No, because he has a high salary, because he has already 33 years, because he comes from a big injury. If you sell Ramsey and he's the one that has to replace him, if he has a contract for 18 months, why not? Because today we have no player in Ramsey, and then at least we have one player. But I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. Then when he will be there, I will support, and I hope that he can do good. But the point is not comparing to Morata to Kai. No, but nobody is doing that. Huh? But the point is why Allegri sub him in for the injury time. With what is the significance of that? The significance is also a message that you are sending to the other teams. It's also psychology a lot of times. It means, guys, we want to win the game. And not only to the other teams, but also to your own team. Guys, we want to win that game. So we are putting offensive players because we want to give offensive support. It's a message because we want to go to win. If you play another player, like sometimes we play in the past a Barzagli or a De Sciglio and so on, or an extra defender, then people are complaining because we are playing with defenders. And that's a message that you send, like, guys, we have to defend, pay attention, we have to keep that result. This is what it is, guys. 1 hour and 10 minutes. Again, today we have to celebrate because we won 1-0. It's a Saturday. That means that I will have a really nice evening. That means that I will have a really nice Sunday. And then we see each other again. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you. Say hello to all the community in Australia, to Melbourne. Thank you for your message as well. Grazie, Ricardo. As always, grazie, forza, Juve.